Hey guys, welcome to part 3 of the Minimates Mass Effect Series 1 review. Today we're going to be looking at the aliens from the Mass Effect Minimates Series 1. So, if you're just now catching up, like I said, this is the third part, and welcome. Let's get this started. First up we have Liara. So here we have Liara Tassoni, the Asari. And she is based off her design in the third game. Also going with the whole vibe of, hey, we're just doing Minimates from the third game, it looks like. Like I said, she's in her costume from the third Mass Effect game. So she's in her all white, gray, and blue costume. It's pretty interesting. She's got like the skirt bit. A lot of armor detailing. Really nice detailing on her legs. Cool shoe detailing. She's got her gloves. Just a lot of detailing on her, like, wow. And her chest. But then we get to the head. And I'll be honest, there's something a little weird with Liara's head. I don't know what it is. You know, maybe it's the Asari just design in general. Because the actual construction of her head looks fairly good. I mean, she's got the tentacles. It's swayed back, so that's accurate. But I feel like they gave her too much forehead. I don't know, like maybe her face is just a little too small, or maybe it's a little too low. But I just feel like there's too much forehead. I don't know. It is good otherwise, I mean, it's just kind of a generic expression. But I mean, you can tell it's Liara because it is an Asari and she has her freckles, which is nice. Except on mine, there's a little bit of bleeding on her right eye, so, oh well. But yeah, it's good construction, just, I feel like the face may be a little too low. I am not sure. Anyway, articulation-wise, Liara can pretty much do everything, since she's mostly vanilla. So yeah, fairly good. And accessory-wise, we're looking at a display stand. A phalanx pistol. Pretty cool. Let's get a zoom in on that. As well as, something I was not expecting, a biotic hand blast, which was really interesting to see. So it's a reuse of a Human Torch hand blast. And that's all it is. I mean, it's biotics, which is really cool that they actually included some biotic stuff for her. Overall, Liara is one cool Asari. Next up we have Rex. So here we have Rex, the Krogan. And it is awesome to see Rex, because, hey, Rex is an awesome guy. He's cool. He's also massive. Like, here he is compared to the Elusive Man. And you can just see Rex is just big. He is just girthy. And that's really cool. Because when I heard that they were going to do Mass Effect Minimates, one of my first thoughts was, A, are they going to do Garrus? And B, what are the Krogans going to look like? And it looks really cool. So, he's giant, like I said. And interestingly enough, this whole bit right here is one solid piece. So that's right, all of this Krogan stuff on him is one piece. Meaning his head isn't articulated or anything at all. So, that's a little weird, but it's also really cool and it makes sense. Other than that, we've got some pretty simple Minimate stuff going on. Plain arms with plain hands, but they do have good detailing on them. A lot of armory bits. And that really is the only Minimate like stuff at all on him, because the rest of him is completely unique. So his thighs are slip-on pieces, but his actual feet aren't, which is really cool. You can see his talons, which looks really cool. You can see his paw. You can see his toes, which looks really nice. They did very well with the black and red motif. Even got some scaling right here from the armor. Very, very cool. I even like the more subtle bits where it's darker on his shoulder pads. It's very nice. And the face. I like the face. You know, I think it's true to Rex. It might look a little derpy to some, but I like it a lot. Especially if you look at it from the face forward. Just really, really brings out that Krogan pride. Urgh. Anyway, since most of Rex is all sculpted, articulation-wise he really can't do a lot. I mean, his arms are really prohibited. I mean, his legs can move. No feet articulation, but what'll you do? Well, you look at his accessories. Display stand, and the Krogan Claymore. You know, obviously they're going to give a Krogan weapon to a Krogan, and it is cool. So they did it in green. You can see all the little sculpting bits. You can even see the sights, trigger, little stock, and the barrel. It looks really cool. And it looks very intimidating holding it. Overall, Rex is a true Krogan warrior. Next up we have Tali. So here we have Tali Zora Naraya, or Tali Zora Vast Normandy, depending on which game you're playing. And Tali, I know, is a very popular and very fan favorite of a character, and I see no reason why they wouldn't have included her with the first set. So, here we go, Tali. And this is awesome. She's a great mix between normal Minimate bits and a lot of sculpted parts, and she's just phenomenal. So she's got her purple suit, obviously, that she's had in all 3 games. Nice bits of yellow on her suit. So we can see all sorts of intricate detailing on her little belt piece. You can see the sash. You can see some pouches, a little hook. You also get a good look at her back detailing, which is really nice. All the strapping on, better look at her chest. Arm detailing, glove bit, which is really cool. And the other arm, which is pretty much the same, except this one has an Omni tool. So it's done on the same translucent orange as the Omni blades. And it is really cool because we see Tali with using her Omni tool a lot in the series, because she is the tech. We also get a good look at her legs, so we can see some detailing going down, and then her actual feet / boots are sculpted as well. And what's actually nice is that they remembered to give her her knife, which is really cool. I mean, you can't take the knife out or anything, but it's there. It's there. So that's rad. Very cool. Very true to the character. And then the final bit we get to see is her hood with her mask, which is really cool. It looks a lot like her. We can see the striping and then leading into the whole mask bit with the visor. Very nice. You can even see the breathing apparatuses. And then we can finally have the canonical real face of Tali. This is the first time we will actually see what Tali's face looks like. Not counting that one time in Mass Effect 3, but let's not talk about that. Alright guys, this is what a Quarian looks like. Whoa. So, they didn't actually really give her much of a face. They just made her face translucent purple, put in her eyes, and then just slapped another translucent purple visor on, and then just called it a day. I mean, 2 translucent bits over each other makes it feel more, or makes it look more cloudy, which does help. So, this is what an actual Quarian looks like. Probably not, because there's actually a photo of Tali in Mass Effect 3. Anyway, articulation-wise, Tali can pretty much do everything except for move at her feet, and her legs are a little bit inhibited because of her skirt piece. But everything else is free movement. And accessory-wise, we're looking at a display stand, and, as with Liara, another phalanx pistol. So it's the same thing, just with Tali, and the Omni tool. So, there you go. Overall, Tali is great and sure to be a fan favorite. Last up, we have the man, the myth, the legend, Garrus Vakarian. Yeah! So when they announced these, the character I was most hyped for was Garrus. I mean, Garrus is obviously my favorite character in the Mass Effect series. I think he's great, he's awesome. He's got some great dialogue, great everything, and his Minimate is just, I don't know what it is. Either it's complete bias towards the character, or it's because it actually is, but I say this Minimate is pretty darn perfect. I mean, that's just me. That's coming from a fan of Mass Effect, so it is very biased to say that this Minimate is perfection. So, take that with a grain of salt. But it's Garrus. And oh my god, they did such a good job with Garrus. So it's Garrus in his costume from the third game, which, you know, I wasn't the biggest fan of his third costume. I think his first and his second costume was probably his most solid, but I understand them going with the third one. So hopes are that they make the ones from the first and second game, and then he'll just be even more perfect. And wow, they went all out with this guy. He's got everything. So he's got his giant torso piece on him, which swoops around him just like in the game. It's got this little hole, just like in the game. A lot of blue and silver, just like in the game. And it is cool. You can see they went for normal arms and normal hands for his arms and hands, which is understandable. You can get a better look at his gloving. A lot of armory bits. Very cool. He's got a bit of torso detailing underneath, but this is all you get. This little, like, metal bits here. That's everything. Crotch detailing. And his legs are really done, too. So, like before, the tops of his legs are actually normal, but then his feet part are, well, they're the sculpted bits, and they look really nice. You can see they actually kind of slant into the whole digitigrade feet, which is very nice. You can even see the little back spike and the two toes, which is very cool. And it's very accurate to the game. Speaking of accurate, the face. So this face has got to be my favorite part of the figure. I mean, wow. I mean, it looks just like Garrus. They even got, like, his scarring and stuff. Here's a better look at Garrus' face and just how good it is. I mean, there's all his scarring on his face. A little bit of skin and stuff on top of his head. War paint. His dark blue eyes. They even put his mandibles in. And of course you can't have Garrus without his visor. So I thought that they would have done like a painted on visor, but instead they actually made it sculpted on. And it's done in by a little peg. There's a hole in his head. So this is a very small piece, but it is very cool. Stays on him very solid. And it just makes the character 20 times cooler. Because it actually covers over his eye, which is really nice. So hey, plus 10 to actually being like Garrus. You know, except for the whole face. Articulation-wise, Garrus actually doesn't have as much inhibited articulation as you would think. I mean, his head can move free motion. His arms are actually the only ones that are kind of prohibited. He can still do the elbows. Just can't go forward and back all the way. And no feet articulation, but, I mean, his legs can go all the way, so props to DST. Now, accessory-wise, it comes with a display stand, as well as the Mantis Sniper Rifle. Wow. Very cool, very well detailed. You can see the scope, the stock, the barrel, all very nice and very accurate to the game. And obviously, since Garrus is the sniper of the gang, he can hold it and snipe down some bad guys. Pew pew. Overall, if there could be one perfect figure from this set, Garrus would be it. So, overall, those are the aliens from the Mass Effect Minimates Series 1. And wow, what a bunch of figures. I mean, all four of these aliens are pretty dang sweet. Liara's got a great outfit. Rex looks like Rex. Tali looks just like the character from the game. And Garrus is pretty much just too good. I mean, am I gushing a bit? I really like Mass Effect. And I'm so glad to have Minimates of these characters. And, I don't know, it's just great, man. Like, I don't even know what to say. Garrus is just perfect. Rex looks like a Krogan. Oh, it's just so good. So, yeah, these are the best 4. These are great. And, you know, I don't feel like I have to say anything else, but if I do, it would be, you really need to get these, because these figures are amazing, and these are pretty much a milestone in Minimate ingenuity, because all 4 of these are just so good. So, overall, that was the Mass Effect Minimates Series 1. And wow, this is a phenomenal wave of Minimates. So, I know it wasn't technically a normal wave or series because they were blind bags, but, you know, we got the whole set. It's pretty much a wave. 8 figures. This is just, oh, this is too good. Like, Mass Effect is just it's a great series of video games. I loved playing through all 3, even if the ending of the 3rd one was terrible. Just 3 great games. Such a good lore. Such a good franchise, man. And seeing them brought back to life is like my favorite toy line ever. It was just like the best of both worlds. Because we got everything. We got Garrus, we got Tali, we got Rex. We got the 3 characters I wanted the most in the entire franchise in the first set. So, I mean, anything after this is just icing on the cake. Like, any other squad mate would be great. I would really like to get a Caden. Anderson would be awesome. Some of the squad mates from Mass Effect 2 would be great. Ooh, some Husks would be cool. You know, some more villains for people to fight. I think, like, Cerberus Grunts would be kind of cool. Some Geth. Oh, man. We needed Legion. That would be awesome to get a Legion. Point is, you know, whatever they do going forward, I will be there. I will be 100% behind this. And there is nothing that can go wrong with this line. Like, this is my dream. This was my dream license for Minimates. Aside from, like, Resident Evil. This was the one thing I wanted them to make Minimates of. So, I mean, really, as a whole, like, franchise, what are Minimates going to do to top of this? For me, what are they going to do? I mean, the only thing they could do to beat Mass Effect would be, like, Nintendo. And if they did that, like, I don't even know if I could handle that. So, I'm going to stop gushing. So, quickly, I'm going to rate the figures best to least best, and then I'm out of here. We're looking at the best figure, Garrus, then Rex, then Tali, then a tie between the 2 Shepherds. I mean, they're pretty much the same character, so yet they're really even. Then Liara, then the Elusive Man, and then Ashley. Why Ashley at the end? Well, I don't like Ashley, so personal bias against her. Anyway, buy Garrus. If you can't buy any other figures, buy Garrus, because he's the best. And I hope you enjoyed the last 3 videos. If you want to check out the other 2 videos, you can click Garrus to see part 1, and click Femshep to see part 2. Anyway, what did you think of these videos? Let me know in the comments, and did you like the video? Well then rate, comment, subscribe, and like, and I'll see you later.